The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What is up, Octo Nation? This is video number 4 for us today. Hopefully we're protecting ourselves, maybe even making a little money today. Did you? Did anyone stay green by the end of the day? Let me know in the comments. Did everyone just sell everything and say forget it and go all the cash? I want to know that too. Let me know your plays, how you're sitting. We're going to dive right into HCAC. Do you remember that? Do you remember this ticker? Maybe the 4th or 5th video we've done for Hennessy, the Hennessy boys. Come on. Canoo. Remember, people don't like the little minivan. You know, some people do, but most aren't. Make fun of it. I agree. They should have launched with a 4-door sedan. We all get it. Let's take a look. Them and Uber are going to hang out and have a picnic. They're going to get the Canoo. They're going to hang out and have a picnic with Uber. This is big, big news. So one of our subscribers, our beautiful, awesome subscribers that y'all are, EJ508. And by the way, there was another person that has brought this up. I don't know if you came before him. If so, please put it down in the comments. I'll pin you up top there. But this is the last one I grabbed. He said, awesome video. What are your thoughts on HCAC? The rumor about the deal with Uber and Lyft. I said, oh, that'd be sweet. I'd put some weight on that news for sure. I'd have to take a look. You got any links? And he gave me the links. And I was like, man, that is sweet. Let me figure this out. I'm going to get this up. So I also think it is a good time to jump back in this, and we'll look at that later because that's what the charts are telling us. Alex Machorkowski at Canoo, the head of corporate strategy, the guy that was on the last video that we recorded. He was on like the top right, the guy that stopped them from talking about finances. He's like, oh no, don't talk about that. He's the head of corporate strategy. So on RBC Capital conference today, he disclosed they are in a preliminary talk with Uber and Lyft to supply them with electronic vehicles for ride sharing. Realize how massive that is? Especially if this totally gets out. So vehicles expected to hit the road 2020 starting in. Yeah. And then here's another dude, Kistel Steiner on Twitter said, you can expect me to not post things that are untrue or misleading. This is the readout from the RBC Capital call. The disclosure ended up being material, so they had to file a form 425 with the SEC, the SEC. I was surprised the market did not price that in with CAC. Yeah, no one knows about it. No one's talking about this. Someone said, yeah, I'm not implying it's not true. You're great. That's fantastic. So we're going to read into it. This was basically a call, like a kind of a conference-y interviewee call type of thing, but after that they ended up having to do this SEC filing because he disclosed some information on it. They don't want to get in trouble. So RBC Capital Markets Joseph Spark, the analyst, said, hey, yes, this is Alex. I'm curious, do you think at a high level there might be some good overlap with the cities that might be receptive to the Canoo and Webull going to its core key cities for some of the TC's phone like in Webull? It seems like these could be, especially since they're companies that have sort of talked about trying to electrify some other companies. General Motors, for example, come up with programs to supply electric vehicles to T and C drivers. I think it's taxi cab drivers. For you guys down the road, I guess. And Alex responded, yes, that's a great question. And I'm sure we all saw the $800 million investment over the X number of years. So yes, to the first part, absolutely. There's going to be inherently a lot of overlap in the cities that have ride sharing, and folks are going to be receptive to the subscription business models of the electronic vehicle subscription vehicle, right? Those two actually go hand in hand. They kind of do. On the latter part of your question, are we looking to potentially supply the Ubers, Lyfts, and Didi's of the world? Have you heard of Didi's? I haven't. Is that something in Europe or Canada or something? With our vehicles, are we planning on supplying them with vehicles? It's definitely on our radar. And I think anybody can look at our initial vehicle design and say that it lends itself perfectly to rideshare. And it does. We can't deny that. It is definitely kind of one of those longer upside business opportunities, especially when you put in an Uber Black or one of the premium rideshare programs. I think we do incredibly well there. And we are in some preliminary discussions with these folks today. Ding, ding, ding. Obviously, we can't go into too many details, but definitely a core part of our consumer offering will be working with big guys like those, and especially internationally. I highlight GIGI as well just because they're frankly the biggest of these three. I haven't heard GIGI, so I don't know, it's international. Not like I take taxis anywhere. I'm a drive myself type of guy, but that is pretty amazing to me. So of course, I went and checked it all out for you. I dug through SEC filings, went through the HTML and everything, and yeah, it's legit. It's totally a SEC filing. It's 425. Got all the links here if you want to take a look for yourself. I've highlighted it, looked through it all from the SEC website. Right here, what we got from the RBCCM website. This is their September 15-16 Global Industrials Conference. It's all him. The ESG, the July 15th. That's when this is done. And again, this is from the SEC report, RBC Capital Markets Global Industrials Conference, September 15th. And it shows right there, Canoo, Chief Executive Officer, they're all there. So I think that is massive. Did you guys already know that? I think I found out like Friday or something, but the stock's just kind of dipping still. But dude, I think today's going to be a good day to get into it. Today or tomorrow, whatever. Also, another catalyst here is Canoo as a skateboard day on 9/24/20. When is that? That is this Thursday. They're having a skateboard day. It's like a live tech event is what they said. They were asked on Twitter if they were going to have any like special guest speakers or celebrities or something like that. And they said, no, this is tech only, which is rad, Hopefully they drop some more news about Uber and Lyft though. They've also, I saw this released on their Twitter too, but this is showing like, how you can kind of set up in the back of this Canoo thing. They've got this massive screen behind it, but look how much room you can put your feet up and everything. It's kind of cool, man. This would be like a cool like beachy van, if you live by the beach, ocean, or lake. Even snowboarding, man. Like, if you're into snowboarding stuff, because it's all-wheel drive, this would be dope, dude. Get a big old roof rack on it. It'd be pretty neat. So, let's move on. So, is anyone already in HCAC? Are you holding? Are you thinking about jumping back in? Did you get stopped out because you got beat up? Let's take a look. So, this did the typical SPAC thing, all right? Wrote at $10. It went up on the pop. It only went up to $12.37, which is still surprisingly low for me on this, what I was thinking. But it did that U we talk about. It's creating this big old U. It's going to come out and make this, call it cup and handle pattern. It looks like Chip from Beauty and the Beast turned sideways. This is the handle of it. Usually, it would probably only go down about here where it was like at 12, but this thing dripped. It kept going down, but we had an insanely volatile market today. But regardless what happened, it caught. Okay, where did it catch? Pay attention to these. Remember these EMAs? If you haven't seen my how to chart videos, be sure to check it out. But this EMA, this purple one here, you can see up here, this is actually the 200-day moving average. Look how beautifully it smacked it today. Bam, just barely flicked it and it went back up. So it flicked it right back up. I think it's a good entry point. You've got a proven $13.50 point that we can definitely get up to. I think it's looking good. I think it's looking like a decent point to get in, Am I saying go buy it tomorrow? No, I'm saying still figure it out yourself. But I think if you're looking to get in and you are long on this, you can see a big future in it. Watch it, or put a buy above it like I talked about. But, I think it's a decent point to get in. It'd been cool. Any cowboys buy it, cowgirls buy it down here at like $10.35 after the initial spike. Put down in the comments. It's pretty cool. All right. Hey, Jay Moan on Twitter, he said, hey, man, dude, take a look at CLSK. Let's take a look at it. CleanSpark. We're moving on here to CleanSpark. Holy Toledo. Did you see what this baby did today? You guys didn't see my video this morning, CleanSpark. Remember, like a month ago, we came out with a video where we exposed that Tesla and CleanSpark are partnered, but they just haven't officially admitted it yet. They kind of slightly did, but no. But try to make it a big deal. This is why, because they finally came out and fully admitted it. Look what happened. It went bonkers. So it was going to, where are we at here? Yeah, it was like at $11.20, and it went all the way to $14.93 at the end of the day. Post market, it's gone down to $14.30, but it's like I was saying, man, once we get a brand associated with your brand, to help carry it in synergy, this is what happens. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyone held through all this mess here and is still in, pretty neat. Also, this is pretty crazy here, but we broke out of this bull channel here. This was like about a week ago or whatever, and it's still kind of been slightly up, but this is all we needed to just go rocket. Go super rocket. What is it going to do tomorrow? I don't know. Obviously, it's going down after hours, so of course people are taking their profits, getting shaky boots. It's an insane market today, right? Insane market for anything to go up, especially like that. So good job, CleanSpark. We need to look at silver. What's left of it. Look at silver today. Oh my goodness sake. There, okay. Silver tapped all the way down to a line. Just flick the line that we already had there at $23.62. It's not too terrible. At least it got rejected and started heading back up. But look at this fake out pennant. This pennant was just driving everyone nuts. Just kept going and going, consolidating. And what happens? Smacks down just overnight. Unbelievable. Which is good. It created another buying opportunity. If you want to get into some silver plays, I'm sure today looks like a good day. You see all this red over here? All these orange ones it's supposed to be gold. Marked as orange gold color. These are all the silver miners and gold miners that I don't personally have. I'm not in all of these, but this just shows you all the red. It means it's a good time to buy, right? So if you haven't been in, go shop a little bit if you think the market's going to stick at least a little bit. Let's find out. But this is proof too that I keep talking that precious metals and Bitcoin and stuff. By the way, Bitcoin is going down. They're not going to survive the next big crash. They haven't survived any of the minor little corrections we've had either. What makes you think they're ever going to just randomly ride the next one and be totally fine? It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So the SPY, it did its thing. It only ended up down 1.1%, but it was down big today. It did hit another one of our lines though. I think last night talked about this line right here. Said it can probably come down to 322. Did you guys see my video last night? Well, thank God it tagged that thing and got flicked right back up. So what do I think about this chart? It looks sucky. Technically you shouldn't be buying nothing right now. This did go back up a little bit, but this still just looks bad. This looks like it's bull. It looks terrible. Again, just keep your stuff tight. That's why I'm saying mainly only invest in like common share SPACs, if anything. But as long as they're by the floor, okay, don't be buying shill or whatever, 30 or nickel or none of that crap. All right, only get stuff that you're protected on right now until this thing consolidates for at least like 2 or 3 weeks sideways, slightly up and sideways, dude. Just be careful because this could easily just keep faking everyone out, and every week everyone's like, he'll be fine, I'll be fine, and before we know it, it'll be December and we'll be down to like 150. So it could happen like that. I mean, what a good way to fake people out is to make it drastic and gradual. Wouldn't that be a good way to fake everybody out? I think it would. So that might be what they do this time, instead of just like an overnight light switch or a 3-day light switch where ding 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 down like that, like March. What if it did that? Just took 6 months and just gradually took everyone out. But not the people that are buying SPACs at the floor. Some of my SPACs were down a little bit, maybe 3 or 4%. But overall, I was still up like 15% on most of them. Okay. Why? Because you got to buy them right. Buy them when they're dorky. People are like, oh, it's too early. Why put your money in that now? Why? That's just ridiculous. Someday we'll all learn, right? So this is another electric vehicle company, but this thing is dope. This is a electric truck. Atlas Motor Vehicles. They're doing stuff right. They're going all out and making it super sick and sturdy and all that. This is kind of what I think about it. I think it's pretty much awesome. Has anyone seen The Nutty Professor? Does anyone know who this guy is? Any other movies he's been in? So I reached out to this dude today. I think this is the CEO, I believe, of the company. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I plugged down a little bit. I said, hey man, are you thinking about going on the market with a SPAC or anything? He said, no SPAC at this time. We are listening to offers. All right? But at this time, we do not have a plan to go public immediately. What does that tell me? SPACs are talking with him. He's not going to go immediately, but he's listening to offers. SPACs are talking to him. So his company's doing something kind of crazy right now where they're kind of doing almost like an invest me, crowdfund me type of thing right now. It's kind of smart, but especially in this day and age and time we're in right now, your best bet is to usually just hook up with one of these SPACs. They're going to just skyrocket you. It's time to get in right now. It's a good deal. If you're listening, Mark, just hook up with one of the SPACs. The guys that you like the most, the ones you think you can trust the most, get with those guys and just make sure you have a banging salesman leading this thing. Because I'll help you out, okay? Because I think these are rad. So do you guys want me to do a video on these trucks and everything else they got? These things are dope. What do you think? Have you heard of them? Atlas? Check them on out. ChargePoint also made, and this totally confirms everything. They put out another tweet. It said, making the switch to an electric fleet helps to lower fuel costs and reduces GHG emissions. Mark Trucks, new electric switch back. You see that? This is totally just poking fun there. That's it for today. What do you think of the video? Did you learn anything? You jumped into HCAC. What about this Mark dude? You think he's cool? You've talked to him before? Let me know in the comments. Any other plays you guys want me to take a look at? Any other SPACs that I'm totally missing? Or like that one this morning where you were already in that one from like 4 years ago or whatever? Let us know about that. You guys want me to dive deeper on that one? Let me know too. Please share this with your friends. Oh, I'm supposed to talk about Patreon. I think I've been meaning to talk about them for months, as always. So I finally reloaded the Patreon, and we actually have like 6 people that have already signed up. And I've kept telling everybody that I got nothing to offer right now. But then when I saw that yesterday, I was like, I feel kind of guilty. Like I feel like I need to give you guys something. I can't bring you cookies or cookie and steak or something. So I thought one of the cool things I could do is to give you guys precedence over plays, right? So you guys, I will talk to first. Like if you have a play you want me to take a look at, put it on there, a chart or maybe a deep dive. I'm not going to promise I'm going to do a deep dive on every symbol you stick out there, but at least look at the chart and, I'll look at your guys' stuff first and then go to the YouTube comments and the Twitter and stuff from there. But I got to give you that. And then I'm also going to be putting out plays, like entry stuff, some more intricate stuff, and maybe new stuff that's popping. I'm gonna give it to you guys a couple days early or even an hour or something, but as we all know, an hour can mean a lot. So I'm gonna do that for the people that are already on Patreon. If you're not on there, you can join. I haven't really set up much still, again, on there. It doesn't look super pretty or nothing, but if you wanna join there, I'm gonna start to try to build that up. Any other options you guys want me to do on there, let me know. If you guys would, if you could share this video, put it on your Reddit or your Twitter or your StockTwits or whatever, really appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of the night. Take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.